Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. This is a rivalry game that always gets the blood pumping, both on the field and in the stands. One of the great division battles in the NFC. They've met once already this season. We'll see what kind of fireworks are in store for us here in Game 2. It's the Packers going up against the Lions. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
They go back to Riddick. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Man, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. But I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Play action. McCown surveying the field. Letting one go deep for Roberts. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive. First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They come up in an offset eye. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice.
This will be caught by Nelson for a Packer touchdown. Jordy Nelson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
McCown, it's caught, left side, Bolden. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Riddick with a carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
The first carry now. This is Lacey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And now the Lions defensive starters.
DeAndre Levy is one of those linebackers who makes everyone around him better when he's on the field.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up. Past the 30. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
One receiver left, two to the right. They're going to look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for Theo Riddick there, and it's third down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He hits Riddick underneath. A gain of 13 and also a first down. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Back to throw. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
This is Riddick on the screen. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw again. Another reception made over the middle. This is Bolden. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
This is taken at the 23. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense. And
I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Lacey. Here's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Tom. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air on a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw is Rodgers. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Caught by Cobb. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Rodgers again now. And he's got his big tight end. That's Rodgers who caught it for the Packer touchdown. Richard Rodgers, his third touchdown now on the year. And it is now 21-0. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if there's going to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
Let's see if they can sneak one more good play in before the 2-minute signal.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. He usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They go play action here on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play action pass and completing it.
26. One back is Lacey, and he'll get it up the middle, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
On first down, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try to pound it in with Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw is Rodgers. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Richard Rodgers in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Riddick. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be a Green Bay first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Rodgers. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers continue to roll. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He completes it to Hartline. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Silver Salenga. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Taken right around the 44. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On second down, Ryan Matthews. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And Cook has it, left side. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, give them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On second down, Lacey. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Rodgers. It's caught. Nelson. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run. Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Back now at Ford Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Second down, here's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that'll bring up a fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Throwing is Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They overload him that time on the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. One receiver left, 3 to the right. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead. Here's Jacob Shum now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Left side, Bolden. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On the ground, it's Riddick. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He'll look to, deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and the Packers pick it up.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
One back is Lacey. On 1st down, Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Lacey. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. It's a toss right. Ryan Matthews. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They come out here in the eye. Now a 10th carry here for Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
3rd down, still 14 yards left. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, You've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Lacey, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.